Have you been thinking of taking creatine but don't know what it's used for or how it works? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you all about the most well-researched supplement on the market, creatine. Creatine is actually an amino acid found in your muscles and in your brain that is not used for building muscle specifically. It is actually naturally occurring and naturally made in your body as well, and you can get it from various different food sources. However, I wouldn't solely rely on meat to get your creatine in because you'd have to eat a lot of red meat, specifically about 1.5 pounds of red meat every single day to actually get the required amount of creatine that you need for optimal performance in the gym. That's why creatine supplements can be very helpful because they are actually the cheapest product on the market and the most well-researched to support muscle hypertrophy and muscle building, as well as fat loss and a host of other benefits. However, if you just relied on meat options to get your creatine in, you would have to eat a lot of meat. Like I mentioned before, you can make creatine in your body just naturally, but continuous supplementation, you can increase the amount of creatine that you have in your body by 20 to 40%. Well, what can creatine do for you? Well, it's used for energy production, specifically in higher intensities, short bounds, about 10 to 15 seconds max. It is most beneficial for weightlifting, sprinting, and higher intensity exercises like HIIT. You may know that the molecule used for energy production is ATP. Now, when you are exercising, that ATP gives off its phosphate and becomes ADP. Now, the creatine stored in your muscle actually phosphorylates the ADP back into ATP so that you can work out a lot harder than you would have if you did not have that creatine in your muscle. So essentially, if you have more creatine stored in your muscles, you are able to phosphorylate the ADP back into ATP for harder, more intense exercise. That's why when people use creatine, especially for weightlifting purposes, they are able to squeeze out about 2 or 3 more reps per set, which can over time accumulate, and it can definitely stimulate a lot more muscle growth than if you did not take your creatine supplement. Now, as it pertains to fat loss, if you have more muscle on your body because you did squeeze out an extra 2 or 3 sets continuously for a year because you have been supplementing with creatine, that is a really great thing because that would increase the amount of muscle you have on your body, increasing your basal metabolic rate, which means you can eat more calories or burn more calories at rest and thus see a lot more progress. You may have not known is that creatine can actually help with memory and cognition. This is because your brain is an energy hungry organ. Creatine can help supply that energy just like it does in your muscles. Of course, consult your doctor when it comes to adding any new supplements into your routine. However, I would typically, for the general population, recommend just 1 scoop of creatine before your workout, or about 5 grams. Of course, this is gonna vary if you are a bigger person or smaller person, but 5 grams seems to be a good place to start to see some benefits. Let me know what you learned from this video by dropping a comment down below. But that's it for me, guys. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye.